Yo, what up everybody, it's your boy Alter Tech back again with a new freaking video. Now in today's video, huge shout out to TechRant for giving me the motivation to actually make this goddamn video. Now in his tweet this morning, he says, Tech People says, flagships are too expensive. He says the market is slowing down. And now Google says, well, here's a budget Pixel for you guys at $399 since we overcharged on the Pixel 3. And now he says, tech people are now saying, nah, chill, man. I could get a flagship Galaxy S9 or a Galaxy Note 8 for that same price. And yo, look at the specs on the Pixel 3a. Nah, chill, it's not good enough for me. And now he's like, oh man, yo, what do you guys want? So be sure to go ahead and check out TechRant on his YouTube channel. He makes a lot of great videos. Follow me on Twitter. Because I will be volunteering for the OnePlus 7 event. So if you're going to be at the OnePlus 7 event, be sure to give me a huge shout out. I do give autographs. I do post a lot of stuff on when it comes to OnePlus. And if you're a OnePlus fan, if you're a Galaxy S10 fan, be sure to follow. Please subscribe right now to my YouTube channel because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. And YouTube took away my YouTube Live privilege. So I can't go live on my Galaxy S10 or my OnePlus 6T. So let's go ahead and get into the video real quick. I'm going to try and get this under 5 minutes. The question is, are the Pixel 3a's and 3a XL priced correctly? Now to answer that question, I gotta go over the market value, the company's perspective, the buyer's perspective. And so let's go ahead and start that real quick. Number one, the specs. You have two options, the 5.6 and the 6.0 inch. And this is going to be at 1080p with an OLED display. That's very impressive. I thought it was going to be an IPS display because those have gotten very cheap over the years. And they do look pretty damn good. Like for example, on the Moto G6 and the Moto G7, they use IPS and it looks pretty good. Now for the Snapdragon 670, it competes with the Snapdragon 835, which is found on the Pixel 2. And this actually has 3,000 milliamp hours of battery and 4 gigabytes of RAM as well. Well, for the battery life, you will get a bigger battery life on the 6.0. Now for the extra features, for the Pixel 3a, 3XL, you will get the same camera quality found on the Pixel 3, and you will get the same exact features, which is a win. So I thought they wasn't going to give away the Super Res this feature, but you do get the night sight, Super Res, and the portrait modes, all the good stuff. So that's pretty good. And you will get unlimited storage on Google Photos at high quality. So, you know, my sister's pregnant. She should be expecting a kid. So she would want something to store her photos in. So this is pretty good. And to add to that is that this does not have expandable storage. So once you take videos, 4K, HD videos and a lot of pictures, you could fill up that storage pretty quick. So this is definitely a plus. Now you will have an 18-watt charger, so 50 minutes will give you 7 hours supposedly. That's pretty impressive. And 30 hours with a full charge, so it could just get you through an entire day. So we'll have to actually test that out. I'm not going to test it out. If you guys want to see someone who could test out phones pretty good, check out My Project 13. He makes a lot of great videos, and I think he's going to pick it up. So this also comes with 3 years of updates, and not just any updates. You're going to be getting super fast updates, like first of the month type updates, and super fast software updates as well. This reminds me, most of this reminds me of the Google Nexus, which is extinct pretty much because of that Nexus 6P 5X fiasco, where other companies couldn't really make a phone properly, and there was just hardware issues. So they moved on to the Pixel. For the competition right now, you have two competitions. You have the 2018 flagships and you have the 2019 budget phones. And for 2018, you could probably say, hey, I could get an LG G7, a S9, Note 8 for this price. Or maybe you want a cheaper phone, a 2019 budget phone like a Moto G7. Now, this all comes down to the value of the product. And that comes down to the supply and demand. That's what they taught us in school. So, Google's not going to run out of supplies, but, for the demand, that's where the thing is. So for the demand, it's a lot of variables involved. Like, for example, the specs, the price, the camera, and the popularity, the marketing. The Pixel, it was actually featured in the Avengers movie, the biggest movie in history. We actually saw your heroes actually using a Pixel device. Like, it was like a couple scenes. So for the build quality, I'm not sure about how it feels yet. I haven't seen it in person. For the warranty, this is a major go, as Flossie Carter would say. A 2-year warranty. Listen, people, when you're buying a budget device, they're going to try and cut costs, and usually the production quality line actually goes down. and you're going to want some extra warranty. So this is going to be free from manufacturer defects for 2 years, and I don't think Google is going to back down from that warranty. So I'm very secure when it comes to warranty. And for the build quality, you're definitely going to get some less premium materials. And when I say that, do not think that it's going to be less durable. Listen to this, people. I've had a premium device cost like maybe like $1,000 and break in one drop, and I've had a budget device drop and just barely get a scratch. Premium does not equal durability. So now we have that out the way. Let's go ahead and talk about the perspective of the companies. Google. Now they're trying to get a phone for people on a budget, so they're going to go ahead and drop the price in half, and they're going to get that to that price point. They're going to get some cheaper parts, and to make up for that, to add some extra spice, they're going to add some great features to make up for the value. So their main objective, like most manufacturing smartphone companies, is to sell more phones. In 2018, they didn't do a good job of selling Pixel 3 phones, so now they're aiming for a new audience. This is very important. When you're shopping for a phone, if you want to be a smart shopper, you're going to have to add up the value of the device and divide it by the price. The higher the number, the better the buy. So for the audience, they're targeting the low budget people. Well, someone who actually maybe you make around 200 to 400 a week. This is just an example. This is me during my retail days. It was pure hell. But for me, my sweet spot was under $299 or equal to $299. So I would wait for some of the flagships to drop down in prices. And you can actually reach this price point right now if you consider the launch promo, which will actually give you a $100 gift card. I do believe that Google actually, feels that $299 is a secure price point as well. They could have charged us $329. That would have been a reasonable price. But for the marketing, how the market is set up, everyone wants to go ahead and set a high price and just throw freebies, throw these promotions and stuff to actually justify that high price and just, add fillers. So they're just following the same business model Samsung and LG is actually going to. So you can actually get some deals through the carriers as well. It will be available on T-Mobile. You can get it for free right now if you trade in a device, and you have to sign up for them for 24 months. That's the only catch. That's something actually to consider. So now for the audience, well, you're going to be selling it for the for some non-techies. You're going to be selling it for some people who just want a phone that could last a couple years. And for the buy now people who just want to go inside a store and just buy a new phone, they just want something with a great camera that performs really good, and that's them. So you're going to be satisfying a bigger audience, so they should definitely sell a lot more phones. And if you are a Nexus fan, shout out to you guys. I guess maybe this could be your replacement. So this is Altertech with the analysis of the pricing of the Pixel 3a. Is it justified? Well, for the market, it's a reasonable price at $399. It's just a starting price. It's very reasonable, and they're doing launch promotions as well. So do I recommend it? I don't have the product, so I can't recommend it, but so far everything looks pretty good on paper. So let me know what you guys and girls think. Are you going to go ahead and buy one? Are you planning on upgrading? Are you planning on just skipping out? I'm really looking forward to the OnePlus 7 event on May 14th, and the Pixel promo, I believe it ends on May 18th. So that's a close little gap if you're interested in getting either device. So this is Altertech signing out. Hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Peace.